I left my video at a beautiful place yesterday, and I'm very happy with the completion of the four aspects of that video. And I did tell you in that video that this is a contemplation that's ongoing. I've only just begun this deeper contemplation. And so I thought I would show you what happens in just a day. So yesterday I was able to really digest what I said to you because I had to edit the heck out of it. And then I voxered Haley throughout the day, talking to her about, what I was doing on the video and the things that I'd already discovered in relationship to what she said. So this morning I listened to her audio, and what Haley did in responding to all my voxers yesterday was to reflect back what she was hearing, and at the same time coming in with other gene keys that might be at play here. It's my job then is to sort through the various things she said and see what resonates with me. Which one is it? Or which one might lead to the key that resonates with me? And it made me look even in further. Now, two things happened. One is that in editing all my videos yesterday and inviting in Tortoise gave me this still space, right? And then Haley comes in with all these suggestions, which gets my energy moving. And I'm trying to, okay, does that enrichment gene key, does that ring true? Yeah, not really. Does that boredom thing, how is that boredom thing coming in? I need to just set this up again. Remember that what I'm doing, that I was rushing into, is creating a graphic design for my personal brand, because my personal brand is me doing these videos and putting them out on YouTube. That's the brand. And it's me growing, changing, contemplating, compassionately feeling my emotions, bringing that into the world in a public way. That's what I'm trying to brand. And this class is to find the visual, physical world elements to enhance, to really illustrate this me that's me, this woman who has the gifts of strength and self-assurance, who has the gifts of resolve and equality. So I'm branding me, right? So that's this wormhole I'm in, branding myself. She, in my mind, this is from my Gene Key 20, Superficiality Shadow. She is the cool kid in class. She is the one who has all the answers. She is so all that. And I need to have all those answers now so I can be the cool kid in class. Okay, that is going on a shadow level. So I want to hurry up and get all of those clues to being the cool kid in class so that in the Instagram world, the class, I can be the cool kid and have this amazingly beautiful feed. And when I think of myself that way, it's like, it's so ridiculous, because do I really care all about all of that? Only in a really side light, but there's this part of me that's been, triggered to do it. And I recognize where that trigger is from. And it's something I found out early on in the Venus sequence, or middle of the Venus sequence. My mother has the gene key of vanity in her IQ, which meant that whenever she was feeling defensive, because this is where this is that IQ, is when the teenage mind, it's where you go when you get defensive into this gene key. And so she learned early on to go into vanity for any kind of defensiveness. And her form of that vanity was the repressive side, where it was, I am better than you, and you are all peons, and And she literally, at the dinner table, would look down her nose at all of us. What I am saying about this is that part of that armor of vanity is you have to look good. If you don't look good to others, then I don't know what would happen, but apparently something horrendous would happen if you don't look good to others. So, oh my goodness, look at me. I'm coming undressed in front of you. I apologize. Anyway, so that is in play. And so I need, now that I know that I'm not looking good in front of others, I all of a sudden have this newfound knowledge that this, my obviously my Instagram feed looks like crap and it's not cool. So, I need to do something about that. So that's the one thing that came up in listening to Haley this morning. But the much deeper thing that came up was what I don't even remember at this moment what she said to trigger this. What am I really, really trying to rush towards? And I recognized what I'm trying to rush towards is knowing myself through what I end up using as a brand. What? I had no idea that was behind all of this. I am utilizing this class to find out more about my own spiritual development. Who am I now that I have finished this Gene Key's Golden Path for the second time? Who am I now that I'm a guide? Who am I now in the outer world? What do I look like now? Who am I? And that's what I'm in a rush to find out. Who am I through this branding? Who am I going to end up looking like? And that helped so freaking much, because speed in my spiritual path has definitely been a lifelong pattern, and definitely since I started working with Haley, I probably even put it on my intake form. I want to hurry up and awaken. Well, this is a very subtle form of that. I want to hurry up and see what I look like so that then I can figure out what I need to do next to awaken, to be that enlightened one, to be the one. And it's in a striving sense, not in a relaxed sense. If I were to look at this now that I have these parts, this part of, okay, so I don't need to be in my superficial, I have to be one of the cool kids. I can let that go. That's easy. This wanting to know who I am now through my brand, through my external brand, through the font choice, through the color choice, through the way I put together reels, through the way I word my blurbs at the bottom of my posts, through my carousels, through my I don't know, all the different things, through my photography. I'm learning about who I am, and I'm in a speed race to try to do it. And do I need to be? Oh my gosh, what if I just savor it? What if I just think of this more as a celebratory exploration? I think I can do that now, Anyway, I just wanted to come on again because this whole contemplation that we're doing for our inner selves, it doesn't end in a day. My contemplation didn't end after my video yesterday, even with the hours I spent editing it and going over everything I said. It didn't end with, it's not going to end with this epiphany about, this was this is all so I can see my spiritual self made physical. So you can see how all these pieces, parts come together, and true guidance from someone is touching your own guidance, is pinging you to guide yourself. You've got to do the work. They're just there as this mirror for you. Anyway, now I'm so curious because this is my story. What's your story? Tell me. Tell me about it. What has this video in all its many parts, what has it brought up for you? Tortoise really opened up a stillness that allowed in this much deeper, much less general acknowledgments of what's really going on. So every little step on this path, even if it looks like this strange dance that's going all over the path, they all count. They're all worth it. They're all there for you to find your way, So thank you for listening again.